And they were hyping this up to be like, yo, if there's so much oil on this that if you put the wet paper down, it will soak it and it'll become completely wet. And I'm just thinking, how is this a selling point?
Because if you get fat in Japan, I feel like that's on you.
Yeah.
Like, but if you get fat in America, it's like, well, everything was set up against you. Like,
welcome to the system.
Everything was set up to make you fat.
So
and
it
it was
the one place I don't feel ashamed for.
And we were all like, yeah, American food. We ate it with like, oh, American food.
It's like some White Castle.
Hello there, you salty salmon slices, and welcome back to another episode of my channel. Today is going to be a little response to a little podcast you may have heard of called the Trash Taste Podcast. Before we start today's video, I do encourage all of you watching this video to go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I do realize in the grand scheme of things, my sub count is about the same size as Ant-Man in the Quantum Realm, so this statistic probably means nothing, but I would certainly like it to, so that being said, let's just jump right into it. Now, just to preface this video, I love the Trash Taste Podcast. Whenever I work on my videos or my comics, most if not all the time, I am listening to Trash Taste. I have seen every episode at least twice. I have listened to in full the Shibuya Kaho episode at least 6 times. I watch all the After Dark episodes. Long story short, I love the Trash Taste Podcast. But these boys have angered the beast. They have awakened me, the Star-Spangled Man, whenever they talk about the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. They have had in total what I'm guessing 4 American guests onto the show, and none of them had the time to defend this great nation. So that is what I am here today, my fellow Americans. Let's see what these boys have in store for us.
I'll tell you the one place I don't feel shameful for leaving food on the plate though, and that's whenever I go to America and just witness the food sizes there for everything.
Now, I've always felt like this is a pretty weird complaint to make. Too much is always better than too little. I'm pretty sure they've mentioned the positives of our food portions in another clip.
So sometimes when I'm with Americans in America and they're like, yeah, that place is way too expensive, you get ripped off. And I'm like, bro, I got enough to feed my whole family. What do you mean?
If you don't want to eat anymore, then just stop eating. But if you get too little, you feel cheated, like you got scammed out of your money or something. Plus, if the portion is too much, you could take that opportunity and look like the saint of the group and ask, hey yo, any of y'all want some of this? Make yourself look like Mr. Nice Guy. Everyone's gonna want a load of you after displaying the sheer generosity of your charity. Bottom line, don't be afraid of the food portions. Enjoy it as much as you can, even if you can't finish it.
But then we wanted to order a cake, right? And we saw, oh, they sell tiramisu here. And Misty's like, yeah, I want a tiramisu. And normally when you order cake at a restaurant, it's like one slice, right?
Yeah.
No, they brought out the whole cake. It was like, it was legitimately like this big and like this deep. It's just like, I think we ordered wrong. And they were like, no, there's only one tiramisu on the menu. So it must mean this.
Alright, this is when I'm gonna have to call objection. Even Gordon Ramsay doesn't agree with this philosophy.
This place is insane. Listen, half my dessert's missing. If you think I'm spending $74 for a dessert that is half cocked.
Why wouldn't you want to get a whole friggin' cake for 20 bucks? If you can't finish it, that's fantastic. Now you've got a snack you could take home that'll satisfy you for the next day. It's great.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, I remember having to learn the hard way that you just never order appetizers when you go to an American restaurant. Why'd you call it appetizers when it's like as big as the main course? I don't get it.
I think that's maybe a cultural thing that's warped your understanding of how appetizers work in America. Usually when we Americans hear appetizers, we may see this massive bowl of biscuits at the center of a table like in those old-ass Thanksgiving paintings in those heavy-ass elementary school history textbooks. Maybe a frickin' cornucopia or something. We eat those while we wait for the main course. Appetizers aren't really for a single person, they're meant to be for the whole group to share while you wait for everyone's individual meals. So of course, when you see how much they bring out, you should be able to infer that a single person isn't meant to check down 90 pieces of chicken wings.
Because I was so used to ordering like a large drink at like a cinema, right? Like in Australia, because it, you could actually finish it. A large drink in American cinemas, like they might as well have just given you like.
Wait, you just like blew my mind. I had another thing. I found out in the cinemas in America, you can refill your popcorn in some of them.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? No.
Why is this allowed?
Like, I was like, what? Why did I buy the large then if I can just refill it?
Yeah, okay.
Personally, I think there's a pretty simple reason why our cup sizes are so large at the movies, and that's because the worst thing that can happen to you when you're enjoying the movie is running out of shit to put in your mouth. So imagine you're at the movies, watching Endgame for the first time, and within 20 minutes of the film, you run out of soda in the small cup you ordered, and now you have to suffer through the rest of this 3-hour movie with a parched mouth and an empty stomach. Either that, or you walk out the theater, wait in line for half an hour to refill your goddamn popcorn and find out you missed the part Black Widow dies and think to yourself, why did I buy those expensive ass movie tickets to not even see one of the best parts?
Yeah, okay, here's a concept I never understood, right? Like, you go to any restaurant, right? Usually it's free refills. But there's small, medium, and large size cups.
Yeah, why would you not just get the small?
Why would you not
refill
just
it?
get a small cup? And then I asked Aki and she's like, oh, some people are just too lazy to get up to get a refill. And I'm just like, it's like 20 cents extra, dude. Like, are you really that lazy? That you just be like, yeah, I'll pay a little bit extra so I can sit for longer.
Okay, I feel like he's destroyed his own argument here. Yes, I am willing to pay 20 cents extra for a slightly larger cup. 20 cents for a little more convenience is not much. Do you not pay for that extra 10-cent plastic bag whenever you go to the grocery store? Of course you do, because you're not trying to carry 3 packets of eggs and 4 pounds of greens in your arms, because remember, it's only a couple extra cents. This isn't the friggin' Wild West. The goddamn turn of the 17th century when a dollar was worth 20 bucks. Just pay a couple extra cents is no big deal. Okay, let's take a look at one final clip that I couldn't help but take a little personally.
You know, for YouTubers, it's like the #1 spot is always LA, but living in LA.
It's about LA YouTubers, man. It's
Oh yeah.
LA YouTubers are a different beast, man.
they are a different breed.
Like every like, I feel like there's literally just 2 scenes on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube and LA YouTube.
LA YouTube, yeah.
Like it's totally different. Like bro, you're just like in another reality.
Yeah,
You play by different
you
rules.
sound
Yeah.
brainwashed.
Now, as an LA native, it's always been a little strange to me why even within America, LA has this weird reputation for being one of the craziest cities in the world, second to only the entire state of Florida. I've always felt LA was just America, but just so much friggin' lamer. There's not much to get excited about here in LA, honestly. We gotta make our own fun.
Everything's like brand, marketing.
Like we were talking about cloud chasing before.
LaCroix.
LA is like
LaCroix.
LA is like the epicenter of cloud chasing.
I will agree, however, with the whole clout chasing part of the argument, because, I mean, look at me. Out here trying to milk the sweet nectar out of this podcast fame to its very core just to get a single drop of clout. I swear, over half the kids I knew in high school and college either started a YouTube channel or a TikTok or something for their spot in the amazing race for clout. Every so often, I'm reminded of their existence when they decide to promote their new song or their mixtapes on Instagram. Or I hear offhand from a friend some guy I knew decided to become a Twitch streamer. If you're an LA native, I'm sure you can at least somewhat relate to the cloud chase that's happening all around us. All in all, despite my tone and argumentative take on these clips, I know these boys love America.
But okay, on a side note, there's also so many things I love about America.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, of
there
course,
definitely
of
are.
course. Like I'm not gonna be like I'm never gonna go
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to
yeah.
America.
No.
Of course, I
Like,
love America.
I've never had like met friendlier people than in America. Like
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
the UK, it's my home, but
Yeah.
damn are people fucking depressed.
Oh
there.
yeah.
No, exactly. You feel so happy and
I
bright
love-
talking to
yeah, man.
Americans, and I'm like, man, maybe they're onto something.
Yeah.
This video was just for smiles and laughs, so don't take this video too seriously. Though, a lot of the points in this video I feel does adequately defend our great nation, my fellow Americans. So until next time, I'll see you later.